मॉर्निंग गाइस। आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं क्लास 9 का ट्रेजर चेस्ट पोयम 8 व्हेन ग्रेट ट्री फॉल, जिसको कि लिखा है माया एंजलस ने। चलिए बिना कोई देरी के हम एमसीक्यू को देखते हैं। 1. Which extended metaphor is used in the poem The Falling of Great Trees? 2. When do animals seek safety? When great trees fall. 3. What positive happens when great men die? Our memory is suddenly sharpened. 4. In what state are we thrown suddenly when we hear about the death of a great soul? Sorrowful. 5. What do great men generally care for? Our souls. 6. The praise, dark, cold cave symbolizes despair in the poem. 7. What happens to our souls on hearing the news of a great man who has impacted our lives greatly? Our souls shrivel. 8. Which figure of speech is used in the line we can be and be? Alteration. 9. Which of these statements is not true? When great trees fall, small animals do not bother. 10. The poem When Great Trees Fall is on the whole realistic and positive. अब हम लोग पैसेज 1 को देखते हैं. Question number 1. How is the metaphor of great trees used in the poem? The metaphor of great trees is used to symbolize the death of great persons. When a great tree falls, it causes widespread disruptions akin to effect felt by people when a significant person in their lives die. Question number 2. What does the shuddering of rocks on distant hills symbolize? The shuddering of rocks on distant hills symbolizes the far-reaching impact of the death of a great person. It signifies how the loss is felt widely, causing even distant and seeming unrelated elements to react. Question number 3. How do animals behave when great trees fall? Why? Animals behave with fear and seek safety when great trees fall. Lions squat in fear in tall grasses, and elephants walk awkwardly to seek shelter. This behavior is due to the immediate danger and disruptions caused by the falling of great trees, mirroring the unsettling effect of a great person's death has on people. Question number 4. What happens to small things when great trees fall? When great trees fall, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. This indicates that the impact of a great tree's fall is profound and affects even the smallest creatures, causing a state of shock and numbness. Question number 5. What idea does the poet give by using the extended metaphor of the fall of great trees? By using the extended metaphor of the fall of great trees, the poet conveys the idea that the death of a great person has a significant and wide-ranging impact, causing immediate disruption, but eventually leading to a state of peace and inspiration to live better lives, acknowledging the greatness of those who have passed. Passage 2. Question number 1. What does the fall of great trees symbolize in the poem? The fall of great trees symbolizes the death of great persons, conveying the impact and disruptions caused by the loss of a significant person. Question number 2. What happens to big animals when great tree falls? When great tree fall, big animals such as lion and elephant seek safety, indicating a widespread fear and the search for security in the face of sudden changes. Question number 3. What happens to small things when great trees fall? When great trees fall, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear, highlighting the profound impact even on the smallest creatures. Question number 4. Explain their senses eroded beyond fear. This praise suggests that the small creatures are so deeply affected by the fall of great trees that their usual sense of fear is surpassed, leaving them in a state of numbness and shock. Question number 5. When great men die, what kind of clarity do we have all of a sudden? When great men die, we experience a hurtful clarity, a sudden understanding of the valuable soul lost, who brings sharp and painful realization of the significance of our loss. Passage 3, question number 1. What image from the world of nature has been used earlier in the context? The image of great trees falling has been used earlier in the context to symbolize the death of great person and their impact. Question number 2. What happens when great trees fall? When great trees fall, there is widespread disruption. Animals seek safety and the natural order is momentarily disturbed, symbolizing the effect of a great person's death on society. Question number 3. We breathe. Briefly, there is a pause after breathe here. What is its significance? The pause signifies a moment of shock or realization, reflecting how the death of a great soul momentarily takes our breath away, highlighting the immediate and profound impact on us. Question number 4. What kind of clarity does the poet refer to? The poet refers to a hurtful clarity, a painful yet clear realization of the loss of a valuable soul, which brings a sharp focus on what was unsaid or undone. Question number 5. What do we come to remember when great men die? When great men die, we suddenly remember all the moments spent with them, the kind words unsaid, and the promised walks never taken, leading to a sense of regret and loss. Passage 4, question number 1. What happens when great trees fall according to the poet? According to the poet, when great trees fall, it symbolizes the death of great persons, causing widespread disruptions and affecting both the natural and human worlds deeply. Question number 2. Why does it become difficult to breathe when great souls die? It becomes difficult to breathe when great souls die because their loss creates a sense of emptiness and despair, making the very air around us feel light, rare, and sterile. Question number 3. What do we come to remember suddenly when great souls die? Suddenly we remember the moment spent with the departed souls, the kind words unsaid, and the promised walks never taken, which know on us with regret and sorrow. Question number 4. In what state of mind is the speaker here? The speaker is in a state of reflection and sorrow, complaining the painful clarity and regret that comes with the realization of what was lost with the departure of a great soul. Passage 5, question number 1. What does the fall of great tree symbolize in the poem? As suggested earlier in the context, the fall of great trees symbolizes the death of great persons, suggesting the significant impact and disruptions their loss causes in both the natural world and human society. Question number 2. What do we remember when great souls die? When great souls die, we remember the moments spent with them, the kind words unsaid, and the promises unfulfilled, leading to regret and a sense of loss. Question number 3. What happens to our reality when great souls die? When great souls die, our reality, which was bound to them, takes leave of us, leading to a sense of disorientation and loss as our souls shrink and vision. Question number 4. What does the poet mean by visioned souls here? By vision souls, the poet means that our souls become shriveled, diminished in their capacity for joy and vitality, reflecting the deep impact of loss. Question number 5. What does the word neuter suggest in the context? The word neuter suggests the care, guidance and support provided by the departed souls, which was crucial to our development and well being. Passage 6, question number 1. How has the poet compared the world of nature with the human world earlier in the context? The poet has compared the world of nature with the human world by using the metaphor of great trees falling to symbolize the death of great persons, illustrating the profound impacts these events have in both realms. Question number 2. What happens when someone emotionally attached to us depart forever? When someone emotionally attached to us depart forever, our reality shifts, our souls shrink, and we are thrown into a state of despair and ignorance, reminiscent of dark, cold caves. Question number 3. How are our minds affected by great souls? Our minds, formed and informed by the radiance of great souls, are deeply affected by their departure, leading to a sense of loss and a reduction to ignorance. Question number 4. In what state of mind are we thrown when great souls die? When great souls die, we are thrown into a state not so much of madness as of profound ignorance and despair, akin to being in dark, cold caves. Question number 5. Explain the reference to the ignorance of dark, cold caves. The reference to the ignorance of dark, cold caves symbolizes the profound sense of loss, disorientation, and the lack of understanding that involves us following the death of a great soul. Passage 7, question number 1. What is suggested by the fall of great trees earlier in the context? The fall of great tree is suggested to symbolize the death of great persons, illustrating the profound and wide-reaching impact these losses have. Question number 2. How do we feel when great men die? When great men die, we feel a profound sense of loss, difficulty in breathing, and a painful clarity about the significance of the loss, followed by a period of mourning and reflection. Question number 3. How does the poet refer to the time as a healer here? The poet refers to time as a healer by suggesting that after a period, peace blooms slowly and always irregularly, indicating that healing from the loss of a great soul is a gradual and uneven process. Question number 4. What kind of species are referred to here? The species referred to here are emotional and mental spaces within us that fill with a soothing vibration symbolizing the healing and restoration of our senses after the loss. Question number 5. How do we feel during those spaces? During those spaces, we feel a kind of soothing electric vibration, indicating a sense of peace, healing, and restoration of our senses, albeit never to be the same as before. Passage 8, question number 1. How do we feel when persons attached to us die? When persons attached to us die, we initially feel a profound sense of loss, difficulty in breathing, and a period of mourning, followed by a gradual restoration of our senses and a realization of their lasting impact. Question number 2. When do we feel at peace when great souls die? We feel at peace after a period when peace blooms slowly, irregularly, indicating that healing from the loss is a gradual process facilitated by time. Question number 3. Why do our senses never achieve the former state of normality after the death of great souls? Our senses never achieve the former state of normality after the death of great souls because the impact is so profound that our perception and senses are permanently altered, whispering to us the presence and influence of the departed. Question number 4. What is the significance of the repetition of words in line 3-4? The repetition of words, they existed. We can be and be better, for they existed, emphasizes that profound influence of the departed souls on our lives and the inspiration they provide for us to live better lives in their memory. Question number 5. The ending of the poem is quite positive. How? The ending of the poem is quite positive because it suggests that despite the pain of loss, the memory and existence of great souls inspire us to be better and to live more meaningful lives, offering a message of hope and resilience.